Hi, my name is Taylor and I go to Glendale High School. So we come here today to discuss a very important issue here at Glendale High School. This is something that has been reoccurring over the 2018-2019 school year. On 6 separate occasions, Glendale has received threats on the school's safety in the form of a written note on the bathroom stall. This is not only vandalism to write on the bathroom stalls, but it is taken very seriously when the school's safety is put in jeopardy. The school always sends out a notice via phone call to alert parents of the situation. The problem we have here is that there is no after-the-fact phone call telling parents that they found who posted the threat and they are being punished. After the day ends, no one seems to talk about this ever again. This is the problem, and maybe it's why it's happened so many times. Glendale High School is a very safe place. We have resource officers at Glendale every day to help keep Glendale in order, and our school administration is always on top of communicating with parents to discuss the potential threat after it is made. These calls go something like, a threat has been found and reported, we are investigating the situation. And they end something like, we are led not to believe this is not a credible threat. So then kids go to school the next day and nothing happens. The school bumps up the amount of officers on campus. Everyone keeps a close eye on each other, and we're encouraged to, if we see something, say something. These cases sometimes make it to local news like KY3. The problem is there's never a phone call letting parents know that they found who did it and they are being punished. This makes parents wonder if the student was ever actually truly found, and it could very, very well be the reason why it's an ongoing problem at Glendale. The current policy here at Glendale is that parents and families are to be alerted of the situation, especially in the case of the school's safety being put at jeopardy. The parents being in the loop is very important to administration. This new policy will require the school administration to announce when they have found the student/person liable for the threat after the threat has taken place. A new policy will be in effect immediately. By this policy being in effect, hopefully the number of threats and their frequency will decrease. The parents also worry greatly about how the situation was handled and that the person who is guilty is punished appropriately for their actions. In this case, the person is under legal age of an adult in the state, and the legal guardians would have to allow the information to be exposed. Even in this case of the person being of legal adult age, there would still be details that would not be disclosed due to the bullying and harassment that would follow towards that person. While there be information that will be publicly known, the person's rights are still respected in every way. This new policy could bring negative backlash from families in the community. After, there would be a fine line drawn to not invade the person's privacy. Information like their name, grade, and other details will not be released if the person is underage. If parents allow this information to be put out publicly, then in that case it would be. This is in no way an invasion of privacy because certain information will not go out. If the information of punishment was publicized, then it would decrease the amount of threats because the kids know how seriously we took it in the punishment administration gave. Another argument given is that not all threats are credible and not all people have the motive to kill inside the school. Though it is against school rules and policy to bring a gun or any other weapon on school grounds, sometimes kids have it in their car for protection. And letting parents know about this is not necessarily something to stress the parents about. The students should be punished accordingly for their actions, but they did not have the motive to kill inside the school. This is something to make aware to parents, but in this case, it's not something to stress parents about. This policy will only be in effect when a credible threat is made to harm students inside the school. In conclusion, the frequency of the threats on Glendale is at an all-time high for multiple reasons. Glendale is very good at notifying parents when a threatening situation arises at Glendale. The problem is parents are not notified after the fact and when the person liable is being punished. The parents continually wonder what happened to the person liable for the threat and sometimes refer this to the reason of why there's so many threats at Glendale. This policy should lower and would lower the frequency of these threats.